my friends, welcome back to the channel. I hope you have a lovely day and that you are excited to know what I'm going to tell you about in this video. It's been a while since I posted a video about Norwegian musicians, so today I am going to tell you about two very exciting female superstars coming from Norway. And yeah, if you don't know them, I'm very sure that after this video you are going to listen to their music and most probably adding them to your music playlist. And yeah, let's just start. This female artist is very young and yet she has achieved very much already. So in 2015 she already received MTV Europe Music Award and she was entitled the Artist of the Year and received several Norwegian music awards that are somewhat similar to Grammys. But let's start from the beginning. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that her name is Astrid S. She was born in 1996 in a small town called Berkåk, Rennebu in Norway, and her full name is Astrid S. Astrid got into music at a very early age and she started to play piano at the age of 6. Not long after that, she already got interested into some other music instruments and started to play them too, and also started to write her first songs. When she was 16, Astrid participated in a Norwegian Idol version called Jakten på en superstjerne. So she did not win, but definitely she was recognized.
Dreamed of being an artist when I was little, like a pop star and being like Hannah Montana or Britney Spears. But then when I got older, I thought that that wasn't something for me to do then. So I quit music kind of. And I went to a soccer high school. And I wanted to like go to the Norwegian army and do like this whole nother thing. So I kind of stumbled into it again when I bought the guitar and I really fell in love with it. And I started listening to John Mayer, and then the commercials came on screen like Idol back on season 10. Yeah. And I really wanted to try it.
After that, she signed with Sony ATV Music Publishing, and during her time in this Norwegian Idol competition, she released her single that was called Shattered, and she released it with her real name, like Astrid S, and she was also a co-writer of that song.
Shattered, shattered, shattered.
This song was streamed for more than 5 million times and over just a week got a golden status. So as I mentioned, she released that song while she was into this Norwegian Idol competition, and she was among the last 5 finalists. And this song actually became like the most popular single from the last 5 finalists of the Norwegian Idol of that year. And she didn't win, as I mentioned before. She finished 5th. But it didn't stop her. She just became even more recognized and more popular, and people liked her very much. Her fame definitely grew, and then she signed to Universal Music and also changed her stage name to Astrid S, and this is how we know her now. So under the name of Astrid S, she released a single called 2 AM, and it was also released in the United States. In 2017, she provided back vocals for a song called Hey 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 that is performed by American singer Katy Perry.
Astrid S has fans all over the world and she loves them very much, although she reveals that in her home country, Norway, the mentality of them is different.
In Norway, people are very polite and very respectful, even though I would love if people wanted to talk to me and ask me of a picture or just ask me how it's going, but usually people don't come up to me. They just maybe stare for a while and then they walk.
By the way, did you know that Astrid S got fed up with people telling incorrect music-related history about her? So she wrote her own Wikipedia page, so that now all people have access to the correct facts.
By the way, if you like Norwegian TV show Scam as much as I do, I watched all of the seasons like that. So if you are a fan of that, then here's the thing, you can also hear Astrid S in the 4th season, because she's performing one of the soundtracks for 4th season of Scam. So Astrid S, after that, was working very fruitfully. She was releasing singles and also was recognized in many countries. Let's say, for example, in 2017 her song Think Before I Talk received platinum status in Sweden. In 2018, Astrid S was awarded an Artist of the Year in the annual award in Norway that is called Spelmansprisen, which is like a Norwegian Grammy, I suppose. And she was the first female artist to receive this award since 2003 on that year.
And she also made a collab with Shawn Mendes. They actually performed their collab song in Norway, and during that trip, Astrid S convinced Shawn that he must definitely try Norwegian chocolate.
And she also went on tours with world famous artists. In 2018 she went touring with Years and Years in the UK, and she also went on tour together with Sarah Larsson on her tour in the United States. Her first debut album was released in 2020 and it was called Leave It Beautiful. She revealed in several interviews that is very personal because it involves all of her emotions and stories and breakups that she has been going through the years, and maybe this is why people like it so much, because she's very relatable. Astrid S is actually very talented. She's not only a good performer, she's also writing her own songs, she's producing them and also directing all of her music videos, which is like a lot. And her creativity is not only limited to music, because in 2019 she also became the face of Fendi F campaign.
Fendi is represented by so many talented and hardworking women that I look up to. Women who are independent and confident, which I aspire to be.
While I was doing my research, I watched quite a bunch of videos and interviews with Astrid S, and the thing is, what I noticed very quickly is that she's very bubbly, very positive, very chatty, and really nice person. And I think this is why she is so popular on different social media, because she has very huge numbers of her followers on YouTube and many other social media platforms. And I guess this is the case when it's not only about the music, it's also about the personality. And when I was on her official webpage, I discovered the thing that I didn't know about her. She is also actually debuting as an actress in 2021, and she's actually playing Cinderella in the classic movie called 3 Wishes for Cinderella.
It is such an important film. When I was young, I admired the original version of Cinderella a lot, and I hope that we will reach a wide female audience who will see that they can be just as brave and courageous as she.
And the next artist from Norway we are going to discuss in this video is Girl in Red. So this performer is an absolute example of freedom and true personality. Her stage name is indeed Girl in Red. Girl in Red is like her own absolute cosmos. And of course it's Norwegian, otherwise I wouldn't put her in my video. This Girl in Red is actually a songwriter, performer, and also a record producer. Her real name is Mari Ulven Ringheim. She was born in 1999 and she is still so young. All of her career actually started in her bedroom when she was writing some songs about romance and mental health, and all of these songs were included in her EPs, namely Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. These are are the names of these EPs, and they were released in 2018 and 2019 respectively.
This is like where I recorded my first stuff, in this room. I wrote I Want to Be Your Girlfriend in here. I wrote We Fell in Love in October in here. Ever since I started making music, I've wanted people to hear it. Like, I put out my first songs in 2015, and that was like Norwegian music. This is a cassette with the first cover of the single I released. This is my diary, and this is me and my boyfriend in first grade kissing. No one knew that we were dating for like 5 years, and we kissed like 3 times, so that was really hot.
So Girl in Red has actually become like somewhat an icon for many people, and she addresses in her songs many very topical issues now in the world. And influential sources like Paper called her queer icon, and the New York Times said that she is phenomenon, who is one of the most astute and exciting singer-songwriters working in the world of guitar music. Ulven has become somewhat like a symbol of LGBTQ and Gen Z, and there is even a meme created on the internet which has this question: do you listen to a girl in red? Which means, are you a girl interested into girls? And this kind of trend, do you listen to Girl in Red, also became viral on TikTok and different social media platforms. But Girl in Red actually responded to this trend.
I'm happy to be a queer icon, but I want, you know, everybody to be able to listen to my music, whether, like, regardless of their sexuality or what they identify as, you know, because it's just like music is about being, you know, a normal human and having feelings and relating to that feeling and not relating to that specific lyric about like, oh, I kissed a boy. Like, I mean, I can listen to I listen to straight music and I'm just like, I love this song. This is so good, but this is a girl singing about a boy, or a boy, you know, singing about a girl, but that's not what it is about. It's about the feelings.
In January 2021, her singles were certified gold by the Recording Industry Association of America. This is huge. So, who is this Girl in Red, and where exactly she is coming, and how is she going about her music? Mary Ulven was born in a Norwegian town called Horten. She grew up with 2 sisters and her parents were divorced. Mother was more like into technologies, but father was a policeman.
Growing up in Horten was like boring and quiet, and I think like for a long time I was like, Horten has nothing to do with who I am as a person, Horten has nothing to do with how I turned out, whatever. Like, I really resented Horten for so long. But then I was like, holy shit, okay, wait. Like, Horten is literally like the reason why I am who I am. Like, I don't think I would, you know, make music if I wasn't bored and like incredibly lonely.
The musical gene in her actually comes from her grandfather, who was playing guitar and piano, and in fact he was the one who gave a Christmas present to Ulven, and this present was a guitar. However, at that moment she wasn't so interested into playing guitar, but after a year she looked at it, maybe let's try. And this is how it started. She actually had a private tutor that taught her to play guitar, but she left this tutor because this teacher didn't approve her idea of her writing songs. I mean, what kind of teacher does that? So afterwards, she taught herself how to play piano and also improved her guitar playing skills, and also taught herself how to produce music. I have always admired people who have this ability to teach themselves how to play some kind of music instrument. I mean, I tried to do a little bit of guitar together with Vitaly. I mean, I couldn't do it with his assistance. How do you do it alone by yourself? Huh? Who has learned to play some kind of music instrument by himself? Write down in comments. Let's discuss it. How do you actually do that? I guess it requires a lot of patience and dedication, which I usually don't have. But now let's go back to the Girl in Red. So Ulven actually started to write Norwegian songs and planned to study music. She was convinced that she's never going to actually become a real musician. Then in 2015 her father gave her a present, and this present was a microphone. It was then when she was actually starting to write and release Norwegian music on SoundCloud. So from where does this stage name Girl in Red actually comes? Actually the story is quite simple. She took this stage name and it was inspired by a message she wrote to her friend, and with this message she tried to identify herself among other people in the crowd in a concert. So basically that was like taking the stage name from a simple message where she wanted somebody to find her.
So Girl in Red's 2018 singles Summer Depression and Girls gained millions of views and streams online. In early 2019, she won her first award when she was presented with Norwegian Newcomer of the Year at the 2018 GAFA Awards. Ulven released I Wanna Be Your Girlfriend on Apple Music in 2018. I Wanna Be Your Girlfriend was listed at number 9 on the New York Times list of the 68 best songs of 2018.
Ulven released her debut album that was called If I Could Make It Go Quiet on April 30, 2021. And the cover artwork of the album was made by a Norwegian artist and painter. His name was Fredrik Vig Sorensen.
The single Serotonin from the album was co-produced by Billie Eilish's brother and collaborator Finneas. Girl in Red revealed that Billie, who is also one of her favorite artists, had also listened to the song. She did hear it. Billie said that the lyrics were bonkers and it's insane. I'm so stoked. In March, the artist revealed her plans for UK and European tour in 2022.
Intrusive thoughts like cutting my hands off like
I don't know, just having this very natural, just being a normal human being. I feel like people have been like longing for that for a while, because it's like been all about like, you know, putting makeup on and like, you know, I don't know. It's like people are so, I feel like there's been so many artists that are just like created artists. There's not just like normal people. And I feel like people relate to me because I'm just like them. I love Norway now. I probably used to be like, oh, I want to move to LA. I want to move to New York. I want to be in like Brooklyn, you know, be in them coffee shops with my MacBook, writing some like stupid shit in my notes, but look very important. I really miss Norway and I really love Norway. And I'm so happy to be from Norway because it's such a great country.
So guys, thank you for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new about Norwegian music stage. And if you by some kind of chance didn't know one or other female artist I was discussing in this video, make sure you check out. These might be very great discoveries for your music playlist. And that being said, just wanted to mention, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to appreciate my work with your likes. Let's meet up in the comment section and discuss things. And have a lovely day, have a lovely summer, and see you next time.